All right. What is up, everybody? We are live today. Let's mess with this a little bit. Get this light a little lighty. Little. Ooh. Right there. So, what's up, everybody? If you tuned into the last video, we worked through scripting, pre-close, rapport, question and answer, walkthrough, pre-close again. And shortly after that, I had an estimate. So it was the first time that I used this new sales process. So I just want to go over. I have a meeting here in about 5 minutes. But anyways, I wanted to go over what happened. So it went really, really good. I didn't book the job. I didn't close the job on the spot at least, which is really the goal every single time. I should be booking on at the spot. They said they would let me know tomorrow, which we'll find out. Usually, if I don't book the job on the spot, there's like a 70% chance I don't get the job. Anyways, but the reason why I can say that I felt like it went really, really well is I got the results that this coaching program would tell me that I would get. And one, it was the homeowner feeling very trusted that I was the right advisor for what was needing to be done here. Now, keep in mind, I'm a painting company, so when I say advisor, is really just that that they feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm taking into consideration what they need to do, and it feels professional. And they got that. The second thing that I really liked about this process that I introduced that I wasn't doing before was walk. So you go in and you immediately sit at the table and you spend about 20, 30 minutes with them. Yesterday, I think I spent like almost 45 minutes at the table with them. You build a little bit of rapport. You're the one that cuts the rapport. You get into business. You ask your questions. You pre-close twice throughout that process in terms of, hey, when were you looking to get this done? Okay, great. We're actually trying to fill that spot. If you're able to fill that spot, we could save you a little bit of money. Would that work out for you? Yes, it would. Okay, great. No, it wouldn't. We're getting more bids. Okay, no problem. The only reason I mention it is if it works out, price makes sense, blah, 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 and you decide that you want to work with us, you can save a little bit of money. That's all. Ask a few more questions, and then right before work out their estimate, you say, hey, and just note, after I do get the numbers here, yada, 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 if you guys really like the price and you're like, yeah, this makes sense, you want to move forward with me, I can also save you a little bit of money also on the back end if you decide to book with me here today. So you get kind of double the savings if you can fill a spot and book with me today. And so that was great. You're pre-closing twice. So you're setting them in a state of a buying state of mind. And so taking that time to sit down with them for 20 to 30 minutes beforehand really built the trust, rapport, the professionality. And I was really loving I was really loving the that whole process. And two things that I really liked is one, when you set up that, T-ball of, hey, I'm trying to fill these spots. It'd be great if you could fill in these spots. You're putting a little bit of pressure of like, if they don't book, it's almost kind of said but not said as like, I'm trying to fill these spots and I have other estimates I'm going to. So you might not get that savings if you take forever to let me know. So you create the scarcity. And then with the, hey, if you close with me here, he was really pulling at it, but he just said, hey, can you just give me 48 hours? He said, you're very precise. You're somewhere in the middle between the estimates that we've gotten. He said, so that makes me feel comfortable. So we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to share that, kind of rejoice that, it went really well. I was able to apply what I learned. It felt a little choppy just because it's new, but it didn't feel like I've never done this before. So that's the other thing that I was very excited about. So anyways, as we continue here, I have a coaching call. I have a coaching call here. And so I just encourage you guys to stick around. Troy. This gentleman's name is Troy.
Recording in progress.
Joey, are you with us? Are you ready to join us on camera?
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing, bro?
Alrighty. Good. We just literally kicked things off.
Yep.
So with Joey joining us, if you can join us on camera, that'll be awesome. If not, that's totally fine.
Yep.
Here's how we're gonna do this. Before I dive into the presentation, I'm just gonna have you introduce yourselves real quick. So I'll just call on you in no particular order. You tell us who you are and where you're from and the name of your painting business. Okay. So Clint was an hour early for the call, so he's gonna get dibs on the first go. Okay?
He's an hour early, man. You're cheating over here, Clint. Come on, man.
No, just bad planning on my part. Yeah, my name's Clint Bell. I'm based in Minnesota, west of Minneapolis, the metro area here. And the painting company is Cairn Painting Co.
Awesome. Cool. Good to have you with us, man.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty. Garrett, jump in, man.
My name's Garrett Goldauer, based out of Fargo, North Dakota. So basically neighbors with Clint there.
Yeah.
And my business is Goldie's Home Improvements.
Awesome. Yeah, good. Last but certainly not least, it's Joey.
Hey, guys. I am here in Southwest Florida, and company name is True Spectrum Painting.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Alrighty, gents, I am going to share my screen. Like I said, Joey, today's call is being recorded, so don't stress if you miss out on anything. It is going to be recorded. I am going to send you guys the recording later today once it's rendered and I pull it from the cloud.
Yep.
And then at the end of the presentation, I'll leave some time for some Q&A.
Cool.
Okay, so with that said, I am going to share my screen with you gentlemen, and then you can just follow along. So, okay, can everybody see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up. I can see you on my right-hand side. If everybody sees my screen, okay, awesome.
I just see.
Alrighty, so
yep, I can see.
Okay. Sweet. So who am I and what is my role? I am Troy Theodosio. It's a mouthful. Troy Theodosio. I am your member success manager. Well, what does that mean, Troy? Member success manager means that I am in your corner. I am your primary point of contact. I am your personal concierge to all things Painting Business Pro. Okay? So what does that mean? You have a question or you're not sure where to find something, you're reaching out to me. Okay? So I'm here to focus I'm here to support you. I'm here to point you in the right direction, and I'm here to make sure that you have the resources that you require. Okay? My number is on screen. I operate off an iPhone. Okay? So it is a mobile phone, 970-488-0260. It is also in the signature line of my email, gentlemen. So if you want to send me a voice note, if you want to send me a text, like I said, I can receive multimedia in the form of photos and videos if you want me to put eyes on a creative. So just know that is an iPhone. I operate Monday through Friday. I am based just outside of Nashville, Middle Tennessee. Okay, so I'm Central Time. Everything pertaining to Painting Business Pro is Mountain Standard Time. Our head office is in Fort Collins, Colorado. Okay, so MST is when you'll see all the webinars, but I operate Central Time, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Now, if you reach out to me over the weekend and you drop me an email, I'm always going to endeavor to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so just want to set the expectations with regards to communication. If you don't hear back from me over the weekend, I've got a family just like you, and I try to be intentional about being present. So over the weekend, I spend my time with my family, and if I'm not with my family, I'm racing. I'm an active triathlete. I'm an age group elite athlete, and so I do participate, and I do a bunch of training. So that is me. The accent. No, I'm not from Australia. I am from South Africa. I've been in the States for 5 years, but I am truly born and raised South African, and America is our home. So we've been here for 5 years and very much happy to be here. Alrighty. Communication expectations, gentlemen. So I am going to be checking in with you on a weekly basis. Next week would be an exception because the entire team is going to be at head office in Fort Collins for our leadership summit. That only happens once a year. Okay, so next week is the only exception to the rule. But outside of that, I'll be checking in on a weekly basis for the first month. Thereafter, we're all adulting. If you need my help, you're just going to reach out. Pure and simple. You've got my phone. You've got my email. That's all you need. You have a question. You're not sure where to find something. You're reaching out. Okay. Like I said, my goal is to help you stay on track, make sure that you're getting the most out of the resources, and we're all here to get results. Like-minded individuals, different season, operating at a different pace, but we all share very, very similar goals and aspirations for our lives and our businesses, and that's exactly why you're here. Alrighty, I already have the answer from Garrett and Clint, but Joey, I would imagine you have access to the course membership area. Can you give me a thumbs up if that's the case? Awesome. Alrighty. Whilst we on the topic, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to go across here and I'm going to pull up the 90-day sprint prep video. But before I do that, the webinar schedule. Okay, gentlemen. I'm not going to sound like a stuck record. You all did the prep video. It's 20 minutes. It shows you where everything is in the course. It also sets expectations. All I want to reiterate is each webinar has a unique Zoom link. Okay? It tells you the day, the time, and who the coach is. The only thing I want to stress to you is Mountain Standard Time. When you are putting it into your calendar, make sure your time zone is correct. More often than not, I can't tell you how many people reach out to me. Hey, Troy, where's the webinar? I'm like, you're an hour late. It's already been. You'll have to wait for the recording. Gentlemen, all the webinars are recorded, and we send out the recordings the week thereafter. Okay? So if you can't join a webinar, totally fine. It is recorded. We'll send out the recordings. Okay? The advantage of being present on the webinars is that you're able to ask the expert coach your question. And even if you don't have a question, you could be a fly on the wall listening to things and topics that trigger something down the line. Oh my, Clint raised something about a project that he had where he ran into some dry rot. I happened to be on a production webinar with Coach Paul, and Clint asked Coach Paul how to handle the situation. Awesome. I wasn't experiencing that nuance, but I know I'm equipped with how to handle that situation. So just because you don't have a pressing question doesn't mean you're not going to learn from others. Just be a fly on the wall. There is so much good information to absorb because everybody's experiencing things in real time. And like I said, it may not be relevant to you now, but in a couple of weeks' time, you could be running into a very similar situation. So that's my advice. Okay. So that is where you'll find the webinar schedule, who the coach is, when it's happening. You've got 2 Facebook options. You can either join with Coach Evan or you can join with Coach Ryan. They're an hour apart. See who you connect with better same messaging, same intention, 2 different coaches. So you can attend one or the other. I don't think it's necessary for you to join both. That's 2 hours of your time. Okay? And then we've obviously got production with Coach Paul. I just mentioned him. That's weekly on a Thursday. And then last but not least, if it was me, sales role play with Coach Adam would be at the top of the list, because if you're unable to sell, you're not doing any jobs. So to me, sales role play, regardless of your background and whether or not you believe you're a world-class salesperson, there's always something to learn. You're always running into objections. Okay? Getting that coaching, how to handle those objections, it's so important, and it's probably the most neglected area, if I'm honest. Oh no, Troy, I've got it. All right, let's look at your close ratio. Oh, you want to know why you're going 1 for 10? That's because you're not as good at sales as you thought you are. It's not an estimating problem; it's a sales problem. So humble yourself enough to get the coaching you need that moves the needle. Can I get a thumbs up? Awesome. Okay. Facebook group. Okay, this is massive. Like I said, 24/7, 365. It's a safe place. There are no trolls. There's no hate speech. Like-minded individuals, and the only way you get into this group is by submitting the email address you use that is vetted against the email address that you used when you signed up. So there's no trolls. Absolutely no trolls. We see any ounce of hate speech or somebody making a mockery of somebody else because they didn't know something or they didn't understand, out the door. We've got a zero tolerance for that. Like-minded individuals, everybody's here to learn, everybody's here to grow, and this is a warm, welcoming community. We support one another, we share highs, lows, wins, and everything in between. But it's a safe place. I'm highly active in this group, and so are my colleagues. Highly engaging. Okay, everybody's here to win. So 9 times out of 10, this is a great resource for you to ask a question or something that you run into on site. Hey guys, I'm on site. Here's a photograph. Here's a video. Not sure how to handle this. It's outside of my wheelhouse. You're going to have somebody across the country or across the world, for that matter, that's able to speak into your situation in real time. If you haven't already done so, introduce yourself. Let people know who you are, what your business name is, and where you're situated. It's great to network and connect with like-minded individuals. It's a safe place. Okay? So that is our private Facebook group. This is a massive one. Gentlemen, your accelerator business plan. Again, I don't want to sound like a stuck record. You've watched the preparation video. This has to be updated on a weekly basis. It's your operating system. If we don't operate based on guesstimations, we operate based on fact. What is happening in real time on a weekly basis? If I see a blank in your business plan, that means you're not taking the time to update it. I can't make any informed decisions based on blanks. I can only strategize and give you feedback on real-time data. So if it's a zero, it's a zero. Okay? If it's a blank, it means nothing to me. You have until 12 midnight on a Sunday to make sure that your plan is up to date. Because Monday morning, I've got eyes on your business plan. I want to know exactly what happened in your business last week in real time. I'm looking at sales. I'm looking at leads. I'm looking at your closing. I'm looking at what you're selling. I'm looking at the action you're taking, because I'm here to hold you accountable. So every single week it's updated. I've got all your business plans pulled up here. I'm just going to, Clint, I'm looking at you. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to use Clint's as an example and a reference point. Okay. I can see that Clint is looking at the business plan in real time. So am I. I can see the anonymous hamster. That means both of us are on the sheet at the same time. I see you, Clint. That's the beautiful thing about this being a living, breathing document, okay? We can see each other's edits and updates in real time. You go ahead, you bookmark your business plan, okay, so that it's easy to find. Do not save it offline. I can't see updates that are happening offline. Don't go download it to your computer. I can't see that. Any updates you're making in real time, automatically save. You don't need to find a save button. Okay? So we're going to talk about the 90-day sprint, but you're sequentially checking off the boxes as you make, okay, Clint's already watched the prep video. Bam, he's checked the box. Awesome. Okay, there's several sheets pertaining to your business plan. That's the action plan. You're going to sequentially make your way through the action plan, checking off the boxes as you make your way through the course. The action tracker, gentlemen, is no different. Okay, the most important thing for you to note is that we operate in week ending, okay? Week ending. So we will be week ending August the 23rd. So for illustration purposes, Clint, I hope you don't mind. It's now lime green for everybody to see. Undeniable, you can't miss it. Anything Clint does this week, that's the line that he's filling it out. It's week ending on Sunday. So anything he's done since last Sunday to this Sunday is relevant in this row number 5. Can I get a thumbs up? Does that align with everybody? Awesome. Okay. If Clint goes and fills out week ending the 16th of August, I'm confused because he's not filling it out in real time. Okay. So the first box he's going to check at the end of this week, bam, he's updating his business plan. Has he watched training videos? Well, I know he's watched training videos because he's already watched the 90-day sprint prep video. Bam, he's checking that box. Implement 1 PPP training. You check that box. Well, Clint's already told me he's watched the 90-day sprint prep video. So on the right-hand side, there's a column for him to tell me, what did you implement? I watched the prep video. Bam, I know exactly where he is. I know exactly what he's doing. I do not want you to get overwhelmed and be like, Troy, I haven't checked every box. That's not the point of the exercise. If you're not dropping 25 yard signs or knocking 400 doors or spending $100 on Facebook, that's fine. You're checking the boxes that you're actually taking action on. They're not all mandatory, so don't get worked up and overwhelmed. They're there as mechanisms for you to use. Okay? Now, when it comes to role play and attending coaching webinars. Like I said, if you can't attend in real time, you can watch the recording. It still gives you the ability to check off that box. Sales role play, I encourage you to do with one another within the group. You already have, you guys already have rapport because you're on the same call with me. You guys can DM each other and connect in the Facebook group because now you know who's on your call. So for sales role play purposes, you can role play with a significant other, but I would argue that if you role playing with your significant other, are they going to say, hey, Joey, your pitch sucked. It really sucked. I wouldn't buy what you just sold me. But Clint might just be like, hey, Joey, you know what? You really need to work on this, and this is what I'm using. It's constructive. It's not what you want to hear. It's what you need to hear from somebody who is in the trenches with you doing the same thing. Regardless of the fact that you're in 2 different states, you're still selling residential painting. So if my pitch sucks, I want Clint to tell me, buddy, you got to pull up your socks because I ain't buying what you have to sell. So you want that constructive feedback. And that's why we encourage role playing with one another. Okay? So that's... You want to get better at your sales and your closing ratio? Practice makes perfect. You got to get in the reps. You want to tell me why people aren't buying from you? How much training are you doing? Plain and simple. Okay. Sales plan. You've got your goals. Yellow is essentially what you don't touch the yellow blocks. Blue is for you. Yellow is for me. That's initially the goal. Again, week ending 23rd of August. That's the week that we're in. What is your goal? How many did you actually do? Estimates, how many did you actually do? Jobs sold, 1 to 2 jobs, how many did you actually sell? If you sold 2 jobs, the goal is 7.5. If you sold 5 and you sold 4, you sold $9,000. Boom. You just add them together. Dollar value. Don't put 7K. It's 7,000, not 7K. That's not going to register. Okay, so fill that out correctly. Production. Production is what have you produced Okay? So just because you sold a job this week doesn't mean it got produced this week. Clint might sell the job this week and it only be produced the next week where you collect the check. So don't go say you produced it this week when you only sold it this week. Gentlemen, can I get a thumbs up? So you are inputting the data in the relevant week. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. So if you didn't produce anything this week, just put a 0. Don't leave it blank. Because then I know that he sold the job this week, but he's only producing it next week or in the next 3 or 4 weeks. But he will log it when he's produced the job and he collects the check. Simple. Okay. And again, this is just for illustration purposes. So I'm highlighting in green so you can see exactly where we are. Okay, job cost cards. Today, I am Clint's lucky first client. So the date, it can be Troy or the name of my business. Okay, what was the job size? $5,000. What did I pay my subs or what did I pay my employees? If you produce the job yourself, you're not putting in an amount. But if you paid your subs and you're operating at the 50% gross profit model, it'll look something like this. You don't touch the yellow, it auto calculates. It tells you exactly what the profitability is of each and every single job. Gentlemen, if you've done some jobs over the last 3 or 4 weeks, go ahead and put them in. Let's assess what the profitability of those jobs were. Let's go look at the health. Put the dates in chronological order. If you've got some data over the last month, go put them in. I'll review them for you. Let's get honest and granular. What was the size of the job? What did you pay the subs? And what did you pay the materials? Because if this is what's happening right now, and let's just say there was $1,000, you're operating at a 30% gross profit margin. We need to fix your pricing. Does everybody see that? So we want, if you've got data, go put it in. Let's get honest about what needs to be addressed. I've had people that have been in the business for 10 years. I get them to do this exercise and they go, good grief, Troy, I'm operating at a 20% gross profit margin. Something needs to change. Okay. Date, name of the person or the business. What was the job size, dollar value? What did I pay the sub or the employee? What was the cost of the materials? Done. Simple. The only sheet, and Clint, I'm just going to go take that out. I don't need that to get in your way. Okay. The only sheet that I do not want you to fill out on a weekly basis is your add 5K. This was done purely to establish some initial goals. You're either using baseline, which is what we provide, or you're using current data from your business. Okay. Regardless of what you decide, my job is to review your sales plan on a weekly basis. Clint is either meeting or exceeding the goals. And then I will adjust those goals accordingly. So that is the only sheet that is not updated on a weekly basis. I need some data. I'm going to review after a couple weeks. Is he meeting or exceeding the goals? And do I need to make some changes? That'll be a conversation I have with you individually. Everybody clear? Okay. So your job is to make sure that you're updating your action plan, action tracker, sales plan, production, job cost cards. Now, if there's nothing to put in the job cost cards, don't go putting zeros. The zeros apply to your sales and production plan. If I didn't sell a job or I didn't get a zero or I didn't get a lead or an estimate, just a 0. Don't leave a blank. Blanks don't tell me anything. We all have good weeks. We all have bad weeks. And some are in between. Okay. Enough on the business plan. 90-day sprint. Gentlemen, this kicks off September 1st. Okay? The 90-day sprint was brought about to take massive action. Okay? There's a kickoff call on the 1st of September. I will be sending you an invite to that. That is with Eric Barstow. That is a call that you want to block out on your calendar and attend in real time. Just like it's an estimate. You want to show up to this. Okay? So, you're going to take massive action. You're going to be held accountable. The goal is to get to 10 to 15,000 in weekly revenue. We want to be working towards a 50% gross profit margin, and it's about taking as much action as we can over a 90-day period. You didn't come here to play games. You came here to learn, grow, and scale your business. Period. That's what we're going to do over the next 90 days. Okay. So you're going to get an invite. What I need you to do between now and September 1st is watch that 90-day sprint prep video. It's in the Start Here section. You cannot miss it. Start Here, 90-day prep video. It's 38 minutes and 54 seconds long. Do not show up on Eric Barstow's call on the 1st of September and you haven't watched the prep video. He'll call you out. So save yourself the embarrassment. Do the prep work. Okay. Insurance and Pain Scout. Pain Scout is the platform, the estimating software that most of the people, the members in our course are using. You are entitled to a discounted rate. No, it is not mandatory. If you use Drip Jobs or a different platform, Quote IQ or anything else, totally fine. We're not having you switch. Okay. I will send you Tasha's details. If you want to book a demo, you're entitled to a discounted rate. I will send you her details with the recording. You can reach out. You can say, hey, I'm working with Troy Theodosio, or you can copy me in the email. Hey, I'd like to book a demo. I'd like to check out Pain Scout. Okay? It's not mandatory. It's not required. You can use what you desire and what you're comfortable with. We do not work for Pain. I do not work for Pain Scout. Okay? If you decide to work with Pain Scout, you are assigned a dedicated account representative. I do not have access to your Pain Scout account. Okay? So as far as configuration, setup, onboarding, Pain Scout is its own third-party platform. I just want that to be clear with regards to expectations of and from me. I work for Painting Business Pro. I am your member success manager at Painting Business Pro. I do not work for Pain Scout. Okay, so that's Pain Scout. You want a demo? You can book a demo. Like I said, you are entitled to a discounted rate through as a Painting Business Pro member, and you're more than welcome to copy me on the email if you decide to go that route. Same applies to insurance. Eric's preferred brokerage is Foundations. If you already have insurance and workers' comp, totally fine. If you're looking for an estimate, you can reach out to Foundations. Hey, copy me on the email. I'm working with Troy Theodosio at Painting Business Pro. I would like an estimate on insurance or workers' comp. Reach out to them, copy me on the email. No problem. Okay. Alrighty, gentlemen. That brings us to not bad for time. So I've got some time. I'm going to stop sharing. If you have a question, just raise your hand. I'm going to answer in real time. If you have to hop, I totally respect that. I know we're almost at time, and I am respectful of and mindful of everybody's schedules. But I'm also here to answer questions. So if you have a question, raise your hand, and I'll just answer you in real time. You guys looked a little shell-shocked. Are you good? Can I get a thumbs up? Joey's rubbing his face. Garrett's got his hand up. Clint is kind of here nor there. Talk to me. Garrett, what's up?
So I've been in business for almost 10 years now, and I've been doing mainly remodeling.
Gotcha.
For the job cost part of it, do you want me to put in specifically just painting jobs or any of the jobs?
I want you to focus specifically on painting because I don't want to skew our outputs. Yeah. I want to make sure that the advice that I'm giving you strictly pertains to what you're doing on the painting front.
Okay.
That way we're not skewing the data and you're like, oh, Troy, I'm at 60%. And I'm like, on what planet? You're not at 60%. Yeah. You're skewing the data by having other jobs in there. So great question, gentlemen. Strictly your painting business, because that's why you're here. Is that cool, Garrett?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Good question. Really good question.
Yeah, I have a question, Troy.
Dude, Joey.
So the 90-day kickoff is you had briefly gone over, did you call it mastery?
hang on now. The 90-day sprint
Yep.
is to take as much action as you can. The goal is to get you from the accelerator program, which is where you are now, into the mastery program.
So
Okay.
tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, so there's two different programs within Painting Business Pro. One is Accelerator, Foundations. Here's where you come to get foundations, systems, and more than anything else, consistency. We're looking for consistency. Is it repeatable, and can we do it on a weekly basis so that this can be scaled into a multi-million-dollar company? And that is where we go from, okay, we go from Accelerator, we get the foundations, the systems, the protocols in place, we see the consistency. Hey, Joey, now's the time we have a conversation about what mastery looks like. You go to mastery, you grow and scale your business, and then you're having a conversation with Eric and business partners about National Painting Group. So essentially, it's different programs for different seasons of your business. So as you and your business grows, so you work your way through the Painting Business Pro program.
Got it. And then what does that look like 90 days from now if we're hitting all the goals and we have the conversation to mastery?
Yeah.
What does that conversation look like?
So essentially the difference is, obviously I'm reviewing your business plan. And again, it's a great question, Joey. I'm reviewing your business plan. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the data. You're checking the boxes. You're showing up. You're taking massive action. Okay, great. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about mastery. What is the difference between mastery and accelerator? Mastery, there's in-person events, one of which I'm going to next week. That's the leadership conference in Colorado. So you have access to in-person events. Over and above the in-person events, the cadence looks different in terms of coaching. You've got access to a strategic business coach. Okay, before you even start mastery, you have a strategic business coaching session. Looks at the numbers, looks at what you want to do, and then builds out a customized business plan based on where you are and where you want to be. Okay? Over and above that, there's a lot more in terms of course content and resources. But you come here to get your foundations, you come here to get consistent, you come here to get your numbers dialed in, and when the numbers align, that's when I reach out and I say, Joey, let's have a conversation. What does this look like? Is mastery the bridge to where you want to be? Let's go.
Got it. And
very simple.
What typically is the cost on that?
So another good question. If you are you're entitled to a discounted rate by being a Painting Business Pro member. Eric gives you a discounted rate for going through the accelerator program.
Yeah.
That is $2,000 a month. Okay. That is what you get. Now, the person on the street who decides to sign up and go straight into mastery is paying significantly more.
Okay.
They're paying $2,670.
Okay.
So there's a significant cost saving by coming through accelerator, getting the foundation, doing everything right, and then transitioning into mastery when it makes sense.
Got it.
All great questions, Joey. It's all about timing. It's not a case of if, it's when.
Sure.
How about you, Clint? You good?
Yeah, I think I'm all set. I guess the only thing to note is with me, it's a fresh company I'm building now. I work in the painting industry. I've been working in it for about 5-ish years now. And I'm looking to jump in. So I'm in the middle of kind of building the skeleton of this new business.
Yeah.
And get going from there. I'm working on getting a bank account for this new business and start getting some marketing material. And so, yeah, the content already has been awesome. I've been, researching and going around the water of Eric's free content on YouTube for years now. Love it. Oh, yeah. So I'm pumped. I'm ready.
Clint, you're going to focus on the business launch checklist, right? Making sure all of those are in place. Go to the start here section, go to the business launch checklist, action all of those items.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said to you, gentlemen, Everybody's in a different season. Some people are brand new. Some people have been here for a decade. Everybody's going to move at a different pace and in a different season of their business. All I'm going to say to you, gentlemen, is don't play the comparison game and tell me, oh, Troy, I'm comparing myself to Garrett. I'm comparing myself to Joey. Different season. Garrett's got 10 years on you. So don't play the comparison game. Focus on why you're here and what you want to do for your business. We'll support one another. We'll celebrate each other's wins. But at the same time, don't play the comparison game. Focus on you. Focus on moving your business forward and taking massive action. What you put in to this program, you will get out. I'm in your corner to support each and every one of you, but ultimately what you put in, you will get out. Period. Are we all aligned? The number one thing I get from folks who join the program is, oh, Troy, I'm not as far as Joey. Joey's crushing it. Joey sold 10,000 last month. I'm like, this is not Joey's first rodeo. He's been doing this a while. I expect him to be operating at a different pace. Okay? So don't play the comparison game. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus what you want to do. Everybody's goal is going to look a little different. But if you show up and you take the action you need, Joey, to your point, that mastery conversation happens a lot sooner for some than for others. And that's totally fine.
And if the conversation isn't in 90 days, the course information and whatnot for Accelerator is still available for 12 months. Is that correct?
Joey, if it doesn't happen in 90, if we show up at the first sprint and it doesn't happen, guess what? We show up at another sprint and we give it another 90 days. And if we do that for all 12 months, that's fine.
Yep.
Everybody's going to move at a different pace. I don't want you to get fixated on any kind of time frame. If you do it in 90 days, great.
Yep.
Joey, if you do it in 6 months, I'm going to celebrate just as hard as whether you did it in 90 days or 6 months.
Sure.
That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me, Joey, is solid foundation and consistency. There is no medal or prize for who got through the course content the fastest.
Sure.
That's garbage.
Sure.
We're here to build a solid foundation and do it right. Do it right the first time.
Yep.
You've made mistakes on your own, and for Clint, it's maybe doing it right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Not hitting your head. Eric has done that for you. 2 decades of knowledge of how not to do it.
Yeah.
Now you've come to a place where it's how to do it right. So my encouragement is show up on the webinars, ask the question, learn from your mistakes, learn from others, and do it right. But let's make sure that the foundation is solid so that you guys are successful. Slow is steady and steady is fast.
Amen.
You're talking to a guy who races against the clock. I know what it's like. I know what every second matters. But if I'm a bull in a china shop and I'm not focused, I'm making a lot of unforced errors. I'm making a lot of costly mistakes. Slow is steady and steady is fast.
Amen.
I'm super pumped for you guys. I'm really excited to be working with you. And like I said, what you put in, you will get out. Here's the assignment. 90-day sprint prep video. You're going to watch. Clint, watch it a second time. I'm going to make sure you focus on that startup checklist. Outside of that, show up on Eric's kickoff call. It's important. Okay? Camera on. Ready to engage. And then last but not least, your business plan starts getting updated this week. This week. You've got some data you can go put in those job cost cards. Pull back the veil. Let me see what I'm dealing with. You've got some past jobs over the past 3-4 weeks. Put them in there. Let's look at them. Okay?
Got it.
And then the rest is history.
Okay.
Lock in, brace yourselves, and let's get after it.
Sounds good. Troy, do we have 5, 6, 7 minutes that you and I can go over, see if I got everything set up on my business plan correct, see if there's anything here that
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll stop the recording and then I'll sidebar with you.
Okay,
How's
that'd
that
be
sound?
great. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. Garrett, Clint, you guys good?
All good. Thank you so much.
Okay. I've looked at both your business plans. Everything's set up. You've got course access. You've got Facebook. You're good to go.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Troy.
Perfect. Yeah,
Awesome. Look out
appreciate
for
it.
my email. I'll be sending you the recording with those details. You have any questions? Reach out.
Sounds good. We'll do.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Joey, I'll sidebar with you shortly.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye for now.
Bye.
Recording stopped.
Okay, cool. Joey, just that recording's done. Fire away, man. You
Okay.
look nervous. What's going on?
No, I'm just I want to fully take as much as I can, and I feel like I don't have prepared questions or this or that. Everything that you went over, I felt comfortable. I feel like I got over all that, but really I've told myself that I'll be the annoying guy in this whole thing, to to pull out, to get more questions answered. I don't want to. I want to milk out everything possible on here. So,
Yeah.
basically, I really, if we can go over, make sure we got everything here. If everything from what you're seeing makes sense,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm figuring this out as I run.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest reason why I signed up for this course. Is I just feel like, business is going good, but I feel
Yeah.
lost.
Hold on. Why do you feel lost?
So the biggest thing
I'm
has been numbers, not knowing where money's going, where it's coming from, what my profit, what my production, which I think I've gotten all this in here at a reasonable place. But really, I just want as you look at these numbers, to be like, whoa, this seems like weird, or this isn't realistic, or this is, you know what I mean? Just
So Joey, let's do this, brother, because here's what's going to help me. You think you're full of questions. Now you've just given me the front door keys to your business.
sure.
So brace yourself, because
Yep.
it's about to get real.
Yes, that's what I want.
So here's what I want you to do, and this is what's going to be helpful and productive to both you and me.
Yep.
Okay. So as I look at your business plan now, if you go to the sales plan, okay, and you say to me, and you just go to last week, okay.
Yes.
So let's go to the August the 16th. Okay, go to the sales plan.
Oh, I had,
Right.
okay, I see. Yep. Here, August the 16th. Yep.
Okay, cool. So can you tell me how many leads you generated last week?
Yes. I generated 9 leads.
Okay. So watch what I'm doing now. Okay, now, how many estimates did you run?
Last week, I went on, I'm just checking my calendar here.
You're fine?
With the 16th being the last day, right?
Correct. So what happened between the Sunday before and last Sunday? In last week, what happened in terms of how many estimates did you run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Got it. Call Shannon Networks lead. So it looks like 1 on Thursday. All I have in there is one estimate
Okay.
last week.
Okay. With that one estimate, did you sell a job? Did you sell the estimate?
I don't believe so.
I think you would know if you sold it. Okay, so this is what last week looks like. Now, Joey, what will be helpful?
No, I
You
did
could.
not. I did not sell that one. I remember now.
Okay, look at the business plan.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, if you can do the week before that, and you can tell me week ending 9th of August, the week before last week, How many leads did I get?
Can't.
How many estimates
Couldn't
did I
tell you.
sell a job?
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Okay, fine. So
Yeah.
this is okay. Joey, so this is our starting point.
Yeah.
This is me holding you accountable.
Yep.
We got 9 leads.
Yep.
Okay. Of those 9 leads, we booked 1 estimate.
Yep.
From the 1 estimate that we booked, we didn't close.
Yep.
Okay, so now what we're starting to bank, credible data.
Yep.
And each week, I'm going to start asking questions. I'm going to say, hey, Joey, there's a pattern. I see you getting leads.
Yep.
I see you getting estimates, but you're not closing jobs.
Yep.
Right? So I'm going to start asking you questions.
Yep.
So you're going to see how important it is to be giving me this data so that I can say, is this an estimating problem? Is this a sales problem? Is this a Joey problem?
Yep.
Is this a lead quality problem?
Yep.
Because I see we're getting leads.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to start. This is why you're here. Okay.
Yep.
This is why this is important. Do you have any jobs that you've completed over the last 3-4 weeks where you could give me any insight as to the profitability of those jobs if you went and put them into the job cost card?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what I want you to spend some time on, Joey,
Uh-huh.
between now and Monday,
Okay.
I want you to go to your job cost card.
Okay.
And if you have a handful of jobs that you can let me put eyes on,
Yep.
put the date, try and keep it chronological. So start with if you say to me, Troy, I'm going to give you 4 examples of jobs that I completed.
Yep.
Start with the oldest job. So the beginning of August, I did Troy's house.
Yep.
$5,000. This is what I paid the crew. This was the material cost.
I can do that.
Let me see if there's an issue that I need to diagnose with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So your job is not only to update for this week, it's to update me for the past couple jobs, 4
I
or
can do
5.
that.
That's all we need
I can do that.
to pick up some trending data.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The next thing you're going to go and do, Joey, is you're going to go watch the prep video. That's 38 minutes of your time.
Yep.
Once you're done with the prep video, you can start making your way through the course material.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it's Wednesday. Wednesday means that tomorrow, depending on your day and your schedule, there's a production webinar with Coach Paul. It's in the course. It tells you when it is, the day, the time, etc. You might say to me, hey, Troy, I don't have any questions. Fine. You might be driving, put it on your phone, listen in, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Even if you don't have any questions, you're learning. You're learning whilst you're carrying on with your day.
Yep.
Now, if you say to me, hey, Troy, I could do with some sales help on Friday, get on with Coach Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Adam, I'm Joey. I'm new to the program. I'm struggling with some objections. Okay, Joey, what objections? Well, the last estimate that I showed up to, I didn't close the job. They said I was too expensive.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. The last one was exactly that.
Okay.
It was too expensive.
So what you going to do on Friday? Where are you going to go? What coaching you going to get?
Sales.
Coach Adam.
Yep.
There's my guy. 90-day sprint prep video. Give me some old data. I don't want to give you a whole lot to do.
Yep.
Couple action items.
Yep.
2 webinars.
Yep.
Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
4 or 5 past jobs. Job cost card.
Yep.
90-day sprint video. Last thing to do. Saturday or Sunday. 20 minutes of your time. Make sure that business plan is up to date.
Okay.
You get a lead this week. You do an estimate. You sell a job. I want to know about it.
Okay. Yep.
Joey, you've got this. I'm here to support you.
Yep.
What you put in, I've got you every step of the way.
Awesome.
You're in good hands.
Yep.
What you didn't know before now, man, I'm going to be holding you accountable.
Yep. That's what I want.
I got you, brother.
Yep.
I don't care how quickly we move.
Yep.
I'm going to make sure your foundation is rock solid. When I ask you a question, you know exactly where the money's going and where it came from. Period.
You got it.
There's no guessing.
Yep.
You know your business like the back of your hand.
Yep.
And when mastery comes, time for that conversation, you know that it'll come from a place from a person who knows what's in your best interest.
Yep. That sounds great.
All right, brother.
Cool.
Let's freaking go, man.
All right, Troy. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, got you, dude.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right, Joey. Okay,
All right, ciao.
bye.
All right, let's see here. Job completed. Miss Haley,
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. This is just a courtesy call, and I know you guys probably did it, but I just like hearing it.
Yeah.
One of the units, due to an irrigation head at Village Greens
Yep.
being broken
Yep.
due to the negligence of the landscaper,
Yep.
went into the unit. I'm just making sure, did you guys caulk the windows before working? I'm assuming you did.
Yeah, and I know, yes, and I know that there was specific spots where some homeowners went a little above and beyond and had us do some extra stuff for them. But in terms of all windows, yes, it was on the. I remember the gentleman specifically was concerned about that, so that was definitely one part that I was always having top of mind during the project.
All right, I figured because one of them had, and I'm not blaming you guys at all. I know you guys did it well. I need to hear it, you know?
Yep.
One of them has significant, all in that room, and then into the bathroom area was all soaked due to the irrigation.
Oh boy! And it was
Yeah,
coming
I
from
know.
and it came
Go
from
ahead.
the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you. I know you guys didn't. I just have to hear it, you know?
Sure. I mean, if anything, like part of our estimate is, touch up stuff. Is it a lower level window or an upper story window?
Lower level.
Okay. Part of our estimate is that, we can do touch ups throughout, if stuff needs to have done. It takes probably 20 minutes for me to have a guy come out there and caulk something. And so once it's dry, I can send somebody out there and just caulk over that window.
So the contractor is going to do that because she needs to have the entire, like, baseboards, flooring, and everything removed and
Yep.
replaced.
Got
That's
it.
how bad it was. So it's more than, I don't want to send your guys out just for caulking when it's already going to be fixed, you know?
Sure. Got it. But no, we took care of all that for you guys.
I figured. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yep.
And then the next painting project, definitely going to be calling you because you guys were absolutely incredible.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I don't
You're
know.
welcome.
I don't know, Haley, if you have, or even if you're allowed to. But if I send you a review link, would you be kind enough to fill that out for me?
I cannot, but I can send that to the board.
That would be great. Actually, you know what? Your board made me a little nervous, so we'll pass on that one. I already got a couple from some of the people that live there, so I'm happy enough with that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not allowed, so I have to be biased. But
Okay.
I'll tell you directly my feelings, but I can't
Yeah.
let the world know that.
No, that's fine. And if anything comes up, just let me know. We're here to. That's the thing that kind of separates us from a lot of other companies. If something does come up, landscaping guy messes something up, something with a window, blah 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 blah, call us up. If it only takes us, 30 minutes, less than an hour, it's our pleasure to come out and do what needs to be done.
Thank you, because you guys were very easy to work with, and your attention to detail was incredible. I'm working on another painting project with a different association.
Yep.
And it's just been nothing but headaches.
Yeah, I hear you.
But that was before I even knew about you.
I was
it was
gonna
like right at
say,
the same time. Don't worry.
I was gonna say that's what's the problem.
I'm
No.
sorry.
No, you're good. No, if anything comes up, but even just to get you guys a bid would be great.
No, I don't like doing that because I don't want to waste your time. Like, hey, we're not going to use you, but can you do all this work? No, I will never
Sure.
do that.
Sure. Yep, you got it. Well, Haley, I appreciate it. And if anything comes up, just let me know.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.